Hey guys, Jesse Adams here. Thanks for joining Looking for Hire. On behalf of Mason Amelia, I proudly present November 747 Whiskey Lima. This is an incredible opportunity to own 50% of a 2024 Epic E1000 GX. This plane is a perfect opportunity for a moving up pilot or a corporate client because it includes a professional pilot, management services, and it's hangared at Peachtree DeKalb, PDK. Highlights of this plane include the Pratt Whitney PT6A-67A, flat rated for 1,200 horsepower. And boy, this baby could climb up to flight level 340, taking 6 adults over 1,500 nautical miles. Not only does it have jet-like performance, but the cabin experience will speak for itself. Thanks for joining. Now let's go flying. All right, let's start it up.
Clear.
Starting up 747 Whiskey Lima, guys.
So in this case, we just go left to right. So we're gonna hit the pumps.
The checklist is built in and the flow is built into the switch. No overhead panel. Just go right here.
Okay, here we go. Wait till fuel hits 12. Introduce fuel. That's the start.
All right, guys, here we are again. We're in 747 Whiskey Lima. This is going to be an incredible little demo flight. This is a 2024 E1000 GX, merely 3.5 months old. It's a 50% ownership opportunity at PDK, hangared, professionally managed, and even the option for a professional pilot. Let's go for a flight, John.
I'm really excited to show you this amazing aircraft.
So what are we going to do today?
Today we're going to go on a demo flight. We're going to hopefully get an unrestricted climb up to 34,000. Show you a little bit of performance, show you how we take off, 12.5 degree pitch up. Kind of show you a little bit about what the bird does and what the opportunity is for whether it's an aspiring pilot or a corporate client. So the plane's professionally managed. It's got a pilot, corporate pilot as well. If the person or the company wants to utilize it.
And a shout out to Atlantic. They are extremely hospitable. I think that's premier FBO in Atlanta you want to be at, especially at PDK.
Yeah, absolutely. PDK is a really hard airport to get a spot at. We've got a spot at the premier FBO there. So the company's very lucky. All right, we're going to run through some check items here. Check our autopilot. Make sure we're free and correct. Check our brakes here. So because it's the second flight of the day, there's some things that we'll omit here. All right.
So I love that you demonstrated that. So this has a lot of familiar items such as the G1000 NXI and the GFC 700 autopilot with a blue level button. However, there's a stick shaker, a stick pusher.
That's correct.
We have dual angle of attack indicators. Like your Cirrus, because you epitomize safety, right? That's just coincidence. Dual angle of attack indicators here.
Yeah, so we've got 2 complete systems, dual both sides. You know, whether you're a professional pilot alone or you're flying with the right seater, both people have AOA. That's our pre-check, so pretty much lets us know everything's in the green. We're good to take off. Any of the conchas are done. So it's a great checklist to have. It's the toga button, which you need to hit anyway.
Right, and then the checklist illuminates here. It's really neat. And I'll tell you guys, this right here, we're going to have Carlos giving more video montage of the cabin. This is really a jet experience. It sits up higher than a lot of light biz jets, but it really feels more like I'm thinking a Piaggio cockpit. It's really something. Similarly, it's a full carbon fiber airframe, so that is wild. You know, we're going to compare it a lot to a TBM because that's my background, right? I have a lot of time in TBMs. We have about 9 inches taller vertically, 6 inches more width, and the cabin's big, so a lot to offer in this plane.
Yeah, it's really great. You know, the ownership this plane chose it. They were between a 960 and this fit the mission better, so we've got better weight performance on this aircraft. so 1,100 pounds full fuel. So you really don't have to worry about what you can bring and go full fuel, which is amazing part of it. The other thing, the size. So from a corporate perspective, if the ownership group's taking clients around or the family, it really offers that jet.
If I was going Scottsdale, I'd make sure I had the Capital One app installed on your phone. If you tell your wife no weight restriction.
So we'll demonstrate our nose wheel castering here for everybody. So this nose wheel breaks out, which allows you to turn on its own self. So when we turn, you're going to hear a click. And I can just turn right on itself, no problem.
Complete pivot.
Yeah, complete pivot. So you can just do a circle on itself, which is a really unique feature to this aircraft. Really gets you into smaller airports.
Turn around in the runway, right?
Yeah. The other thing, we landed in less than 1,300 feet. So, we can take off and land in pretty much similar airspace as a Cirrus or runway.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's incredible. Okay. So, as we're taxiing out, we'll go ahead and do our takeoff briefing. So we're leaving runway 35. We've got a right turn out to 270 and climb up to 11,000. We checked our squawk. Also, our frequency's preloaded. Obviously, if we see any retcast messages that we get on as we're taking off, we're going to go ahead and abort the takeoff. I'll go full. I'll go beta, hit the brakes. And then if we're up past rotate, and we're up in the air from essentially 1,000 feet up to 2,500, we're going to land straight ahead. 2,500 or higher, we're going to go ahead and turn back around. So we've got 1,500 feet is what we need to be at above the airport.
Right.
Then we'll turn back around and come land here.
Now, me coming from the TBM world, I'm used to percentage of torque in 850 or 900 series. So what are you aiming for as you power up on the takeoff roll?
There is no restriction, so you go full power.
Full power?
Full power. We've got a torque limiter, so it won't let you over torque the engine, and you're supposed to go full power on takeoff.
Excellent.
So she likes to taxi, anywhere in the 20, 28, 25 range is a really comfortable, easy to taxi with a fully castering nose wheel. Because it has that breakout, it locks back in when you're going straight and really keeps the bird straight as you're taxiing or on departure.
And what's rotation speed, this beast?
I'm going to start pulling back about 85 and rotate around 90.
Yep, and I'm kind of skipping ahead, but what's final? Is about 95 knot short final on this?
Yeah, over the threshold, 95.
I mean,
and if you're going short field, you can go down to 85. That's where we've done the 1,200 foot landing.
Well, I mean, that's 10 knots more than this year's.
Yeah.
So I'm about to feel 1,200 shaft horsepower.
You're going to feel it.
That's a Pilatus engine in an 8,000 pound ship.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive, so just be ready here. So I'm clear left, or you clear to the right?
Clear right.
Okay.
Runway 3.
I'm not going to repeat, but you asked me to bring one thing on my trip. Hopefully I don't need it. I'll let people guess.
We'll go to 5 miles out here. All right, here we go. We've got runway 35 is confirmed. Just do my last check. Let's do our last check here. We are good. Line her up.
Great visibility out there.
Yeah, it's just
don't even see the nose.
There she is. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
So power is set. Engine instruments are on the green. And here's rotate. Do it nice and easy. Gears coming up. Tap the brakes. Yaw damper's coming on. Just wait for 120. And flaps coming up. Well, clear.
I will be honest, that feels a little foreign and uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, 12 and a half pitch up.
I mean, I feel like I'm in a CJ3 plus. Wow.
So we're gonna go ahead and go heading. We're gonna climb to 270 or go over to 270.
Okay, so what's VY in here? Best rate if you wanted to. You probably do a cruise climb, but
yeah, we're climbing at 150.
Okay.
And if you want, you can contact departure. Yep, over to departure.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but we are sustaining 3,750 feet a minute right now. This is uncomfortable, guys. This is uncomfortable. When you gave the power, you said nice and easy. I mean, my back was against the seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call departure real quick.
Departed Charlie Tango Juliet 5.5 for 11,000 270. November 747 Whiskey.
Here we are still climbing at 4,000 feet a minute. Just checked everything, do our checklist here.
Yeah.
Checklist, so we got our PDK igniters.
Guys, I'll be honest, this is just absolutely
Taxi.
unreal here. To be pitched up 13 degrees and be climbing between 3,000 and 4,000 feet a minute, the climb rate might be tapering off ever so slightly.
Yeah, we're already passing 12,000 feet.
This thing is just...
We've been in the air for 3 minutes.
Oh my goodness, 3 minutes. Where's your timer there? You started? We've been in there for 3 minutes and we're chugging through 13,000 feet.
November 6230 Delta, contact Birmingham approach 123.8. 123.8, 6230 Delta, good day. Okay.
Yeah, just a really great rate of climb. Gets you up, gets you over the weather. Just a rocket ship. Epic's really done such a great job with the lightweight airframe. So we're still full power, by the way. You can go full power for 5 minutes, and then we just bring it back to 83.
Yeah, let's look those engine parameters there.
Still cool, 776.
And how's the cabin climbing? So the cabin right now...
We're climbing 1,000 feet per minute. We're at 15,000 feet. The cabin's at 1,300 feet.
So the cabin just started climbing there. Yeah, guys, so here we are, not even 6 minutes. We're passed through 20,000 feet. It's insane. I have to be honest, I get a lot of headrest time because it's almost uncomfortable. We've been at 12.5, 13 degrees pitch up. We're finally tapering the climb down to about 10 degrees. We've been at 3,500 to 4,000 feet a minute. We're finally bringing that down under 2,500 feet a minute. But this plane, we're just hanging on that 1,200 shaft horsepower from the prop, 5-blade Hartzell composite with PT6A-67A. The power is insane. So let's talk about it. This plane is a choice. It's an option if you're looking for a TBM. You're maybe looking for a TBM, or maybe like the owner, you were looking for a Pilatus too, but you don't want to carry around those extra seats. You don't quite need something that big. When you step into this plane, you notice right away you're walking up on the ramp. It's much bigger than a TBM. First of all, it stands much higher. It has the trailing link landing gear, the composite fuselage. It's a all carbon fiber fuselage. I mean, this is a 21st century airframe, simply put. You look at the TBM, they're innovating, they're doing incredible things with their plane. However, they have the same fuselage that they introduced in the early 90s. This plane has flight into known icing. This particular plane, 747 Whiskey Lima, will have one of the first certified pod radars in the fleet. It's blended into the wingtip, so you don't lose any speed or any performance at all. This plane, as we're climbing up, again, right now, we're just passing through 7.5 minutes in 25,000 feet. We have a cabin differential of 6.6 PSI. That means a TBM would be about 9,700 feet at flight level 310. That's what we expect at the cruising altitude of flight level 340. I've never been that high in a single engine turbine airplane.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just such a great platform. When the owner considered the Pilatus, they do a lot of same-day round trips, and they're saving, hour and a half to 2 hours sometimes in a single day. And so, they're buying time, and that's what this aircraft does, just with the extra speed from the Pilatus, 260 to 270, depending on the variant. Obviously, you gain, a lot of weight capacity in the Pilatus. You can fit 8 people and a little luggage. So, that's a Suburban, but you're going slower. It's all mission dependent. Every plane's got its mission. TBM also just such an amazing aircraft. But I compared it to Boeing and Airbus. This is more like an Airbus, the way they did the flows, the way they set up the cockpit. Everything's geared towards the pilot, making it simple and very, checklist oriented. So here we are. We're still climbing at 2,000 feet a minute.
Yeah, look at that. So we haven't even been airborne, but 9.5 minutes, and we're going through flight level 280. We only have 4,500 to go, and we're going to be at our cruise. 5,500 to go. We'll be at 340. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they even thought about this, the glare shield. Look, you just pull it here, and it blocks the sun if you'd like it. Again, I compared this to a Piaggio cockpit. This is a full carbon fiber fuselage, and what that really means, this is a 21st century airplane. It was designed in the 21st century. it gives a lot more space. So the stats are, this plane's approximately 6 inches wider than a TBM. It's 9 inches taller than a TBM. My seat could go down further. My seat could go back. The visibility from these windows is expansive. There's a lot of real estate here, forward visibility. In fact, even when we've been strain level on the taxi, I can't even see the nose because these windows are just so huge. I'm able to sit up here, and from the outside when I walked into it, I thought it'd be like a Corvette, really slanted and aerodynamic. It is, but again, these windows are so expansive. You have full visibility. So we talked about the new airframe, the incredible visibility, the wide windows, the wide cabin, the taller cabin. We need to talk a little bit more about the passenger experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this plane is just built for both the front and the back of the plane, which is rare, especially in the GA world. So you've got 4 comfortable seats. You don't have to worry about touching knees. You can all stretch out. The carbon fiber is the frame, and it's what makes the seats, the base of the seats, and it's exposed. It looks really great. The steps coming on the plane look great for clients or passengers. You've got cup holders, you've got phone slots, you've got chargers, USB A and C at every seat. All the seats recline. You've got a pretty spacious luggage compartment in the back, and then even behind the pilot seats, you can fit 2 medium suitcases and some backpacks on top, or 4 sets of golf clubs. So you really have a lot of options, and it just doesn't. You're just not limited from a weight or baggage capacity. You can pretty much take what you want to take. Just to highlight real quick, we just made it to 340. So 340, 14 minutes, right? 13 minutes.
Loud and clear on guard.
So there we are. 14 minutes, 340.
14 minutes up to 340. We're at 34,000 feet, guys. Hey guys, so here we are, flight level 340. It literally took us about 13 minutes to get here. We're speeding up. We are at 309 knots true. We're still speeding up. We're burning 46 gallons an hour. And this is our demo flight, and good thing, because that headwind would be killing us. Now, this is not the fastest altitude. We'd be in the high 2.8s for that, but this is by far the most efficient. And what I'm going to do is, John, I'd love for you to go over the ergonomic layout of the cockpit. And I know you said there's no overhead panels uniquely. They designed this where the flow in the cockpit aligns with the checklist. Do you mind starting from left to right and kind of this demo?
Yeah, absolutely. Just to start, you just go with the pre-start checklist. So we're bats on, fuel pumps on, igniters on, start gen, hit start. Then you just come right over here to the fuel. When you wait for 12, start up the fuel. Wait for a good start. It takes 30 seconds or so to get going, and then you're good. Once you're ready to taxi, you'll go ahead and put your prop level forward and your fuel forward, and then you won't touch them again for the rest of the flight if you don't want to. And then when you're ready to taxi, you just go to the second row, which is the pre-taxi, and you literally just go left to right all the way across, and then your taxi lights and landing light. So just straight across the row, and that's it. Then you're ready to go.
So that's obviously unique for the airframe. And again, the G1000 NXI is familiar for all of us guys in Cirruses or other light turbines looking to move up. Now, there are a lot of cool features Epic implemented I want to talk about. Now, we're very familiar with the GFC 700 digital autopilot. They had the blue level button, which is awesome. I'm used to that from Cirrus. And I'm going to go over to the yoke. Look how ergonomic it is. You see just this carbon fiber everywhere. And this isn't just for show. I mean, this airplane is so light, right? It's 8,000 pounds max takeoff weight, but the full fuel payload's 1,100 pounds. That means 6 adults, max cruise of 333 knots, and it's going to go over 1,500 nautical miles, which is incredible. In seeing that right now we're going 315 true at 46 gallons an hour at our most efficient altitude, not our fastest altitude. I'm definitely a believer of that. Now, are you able to show us the checklist display if you hold the...
Yeah, absolutely. So
up here?
Oh no, I can't do the toga.
Yeah, start turning back.
Yeah, we're going to turn around just for fuel.
Yeah.
We'll start to turn around here in a second. So we'll do that in a second. But we've got our checklist here, and then also on the toga button. I can't do it while we're in the air because it'll go to toga mode, but we demoed that just before we took off, so you get to see the flow. I'm going to go ahead and call...
enunciators up here, and also dual angle attack indicators on both sides.
Real quick, I can control all the lights. So even we've got accent lighting in the back. We've got ceiling lighting in the headliner, and I can also control the windows, so they can be manually controlled. So we can do that from the cockpit, or we can do it on user control.
Guys, well, thanks for coming along in 747 Whiskey Lima. And while there are a lot of options out there, after you experience an Epic E1000 GX and it literally just shoving your back against the seat, there's nothing else like it. So I appreciate you coming on board. John, I'll let you focus on the approach. Thanks for taking us out on the demo. Be sure to reach out to me at masonamelia.com to learn more about 747 Whiskey Lima. Now let's pay attention as we drop the gear and shoot the approach to 3-5.
All right, we've got 3 green, full flaps. Speed is on speed. We are coming in, everything's looking good.
You know, coming from a TBM, I just look at this and I'm ready for the controls, John. I'm ready for it. I mean, it's a great plane.
It's so easy to fly.
It has a trail and link landing gear, no pressure, right?
I wasn't even thinking about it till now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, the avionics are akin. I'm at home to this. This is going to be the first Epic E1000 GX in the fleet to have the onboard weather radar blended into the wing. We talked about the ownership experience, 50% buying opportunity in PDK at the great FBO Atlantic. It's in the great part of town, right by Buckhead. And the ownership experience is like no other. You have the hangar, professional pilot at your option. You also have the plane on an engine program for only $211 an hour. Pratt Whitney is going to fully cover and insure this plane under hot section or any repairs needed. You have an FAA approved phase inspection program, so you're only losing the plane for a couple days at a time throughout the year. And there's actually an East Coast service center for Epic set up in Charlotte, only about 35 minutes away. So guys, I appreciate you coming on board. I look forward to telling you all about 747 Whiskey Lima. Now I'm going to go quiet, and we're going to watch John land this plane.
We'll make it butter.
Well, it has been a long day, but at Mason Amelia, I like to go a step further. Whenever you display a plane like this and present one to market, I want to give people an opportunity to actually come aboard, see what it's like to fly this, see what the cabin looks like, see what it's like taking this plane across the country with your family. So that's exactly what we did. We took my trusty Cirrus over from San Antonio, Texas, got out to Atlanta, and we had a great time.
Fantastic, yeah. Thanks for coming aboard.